Hey there, Jesse Lewis here, and today we're talking about how to choose great entertainment for your corporate event. And it's really about making your event feel right. You know, a lot of people are wondering on how to do this. They get thrown into the mix because, well, maybe your company doesn't have a specific event planner that you work with. Maybe you're an HR person or an admin person, and this can be really difficult. I mean, it is your butt on the line. So why does the entertainment matter and why does the choice matter? Well, first off, it affects the mood of the event. It shapes the guest engagement. It changes how memorable the event feels. It can help or hurt the overall flow, and it sets the tone for the entire experience. Bad entertainment just sucks, plain and simple. So, really, when you're doing this, the very first step is to start with a purpose. So maybe you're having a holiday party, a celebration of some kind for your company, a client event that's facing towards the client that you need to look good, you need to shine. Maybe it's a conference or a staff appreciation event. It doesn't really matter, but you need to start with the purpose. And then you match the entertainment to the goal of the event. Maybe you need to have really engaging entertainment for the people that are there. Or maybe you just need background entertainment. So think about the goals you have for the event. Maybe it's laughter, interaction, energy, elegance, or a shared experience. And those things really start to form what you think about what's happening at the event. Now, you also have to know your audience. Maybe you have a whole bunch of elderly people there. Maybe it's a retirement party and you're sending Kevin off into the wind. And, well, what's the age range that's going to be there? What is the company culture? Do you have a specific demographic that is in your company? As people retire, their tastes change, their preferences change. As at a holiday party, it's a very different thing than a client-facing event. So you got to be aware of that company culture and also the group size. Can the entertainment that you are purchasing actually perform for the size of group that you have? You know, I'm a comedy hypnotist, and I generally perform for groups anywhere between 75 and 500 people. I've went up to 5,000 before, and I've went all the way down to 3 people. But really, the group size does matter a lot. Maybe when you're looking at this, you're looking at how formal the entertainer is. Do they show up in a suit? Is it a black tie affair? Or possibly the comfort with participation. For me, I'm a hypnotist, so I have to have volunteers. If I don't have volunteers, then that's not a very good show. So I usually make sure that I have a specific size of audience to work with. Now, you have to know all of these things about your audience before you move forward with actually booking entertainment. And if an entertainer is not the right fit, they should be telling you that they're not the right fit. So the next thing that you need to think about is the room. The hall that you're going into, the conference room, the banquet hall, the venue. Well, the entertainment. Is it stage entertainment? Is there a bunch of things in the room that will prevent the entertainment from being able to perform the best way they possibly can? One thing for me is pillars. If I've got a bunch of pillars all over the room, it's hard for the audience to see me. Whereas with a band, they'd hear the music anyway. Another thing that a lot of entertainers don't tell the planners that they have is that for me, I'm a live show. I have volunteers up on stage, and if there's a big dance floor in front, it can be really hard to connect with the audience. Generally, I'll get off the stage and I'll walk out on the dance floor and I'll talk to people from the dance floor as I'm going. And you have to be aware of these things because if you're not, what it can do is create a disconnect between your entertainment and your actual people that are there, your audience, your staff, your clients. It's got to be personal. Another thing to think about is consider your event timing. Are you having entertainment during the cocktail hour? Are you doing it as an after dinner proper show on stage? Is it between speakers where somebody comes out and just does 3 magic tricks and then you move on to the next speaker? It's just an energy icebreaker type thing. Is it a feature act or is it just a atmosphere act where it's just somebody doing poses and doing contortions and things like that? Or is it near the end of the night where maybe people have been drinking a little wee bit and you need to have entertainment that doesn't make that into something that it shouldn't be? There's a lot of things to consider when you're thinking about the timing. And Is it a main feature? Is it interactive, or is it background entertainment? Is it a main feature? Is it light atmosphere entertainment like the contortionist I talked about, or maybe a mime or a magician? It's atmosphere entertainment. Or is it big on-stage audience participation, like a hypnosis show or an improv comedy show or even a comedian? Is there audience participation back to that? Another thing is there flexible pacing? Does it take your audience on a ride, or does it build up like a roller coaster almost and then come down and back and up and down? Is it something that keeps attention? We live in the TikTok generation these days, so that's going to date this video, but most of us can't watch something for more than 2 or 3 minutes. Most of you already checked out on this video, and that's perfectly fine. Another thing is, does it match the energy level of your actual event, what you want it to be? Do you want people mingling? Do you want them having relaxed conversation? Or are you afraid that it's going to be awkward? Do you need steady engagement? Do you need a fun lift in energy at a certain point? Is your event, is it been boring for an hour and a half listening to the speakers, and then now you need something to really just pump people up? Do you want a big shared moment? A strong finish? You got to think about these things. What do you want to happen at your event? What are your goals for the event? Next thing you have to think about is, is it appropriate? You could hire a burlesque dancer, which there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, but is it appropriate for your company? You could hire a magician, but is that appropriate for your company? You could hire a hypnotist like me. Is that appropriate for your company? Company values are important. What about audience comfort? Do you have people in your audience that are from different demographics? Is it culturally sensitive to hire a certain type of act? What about the event tone? If it's a black tie affair, you probably don't want somebody showing up in jeans and a t-shirt with barbecue stains to do their comedy act. It's probably not going to go over well. Or is it a mixed professional group where there's men and there's women, there's everybody else, and it's all just mingling together, and you need to somehow form a connection between everybody, that icebreaker, that team building. Is it safe and inclusive? That's super important these days. Being safe and inclusive of everybody. You wouldn't want to be left out of something, so why are you leaving other people out? You have to make sure that you're safe and inclusive, not just for the different things that are going in society these days, but what about people who have disabilities, people that need that safe, inclusive atmosphere to be able to actually take part? Another thing to consider is budget, and it's more than price. So what are the setup needs? Does the act that you're hiring need specific sound or AV? Do they need a video background, or do they bring their own? What about travel? Is this person traveling from out of state, out of province? Are they coming 3,000 miles to you? Because that's going to have a travel cost to it. Some of the bigger acts, that's built in. Time in the schedule. If you hire a 45-minute act, do you have 45 minutes to actually fill? Or does it need to be a 7-minute act? And this should all be in your contracts and in your performance riders and all that stuff. A performance rider is just the needs of the entertainer to actually perform the best show they possibly can. Overall event value. Is what you're hiring going to be worth it? Is there a return on investment from it? For instance, one of the major types of events that I do personally, doing my hypnosis show, is I do holiday parties all the time. They last from, believe it or not, mid-October all the way to mid-February. Yeah, that's holiday party season for me. And is the event value worth it? Are you getting enough morale boost from that event to justify the event? It's a really hard thing to quantify, but you have to be aware of that as well. Because if you're hiring entertainment, if you're booking a caterer and it's costing you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, but there's no return on that investment from morale from your staff, increased productivity, better company culture, then maybe it's something to look at. That is there actual value there? And there is inherent value above the dollar value when it comes to company culture. Ask the right questions. When you're talking to an entertainer, ask them what is included. How long is the act? What is your setup needs? How interactive is it? What type of crowd fits you best? It's all super important. And I'll give you an example of this. I'm Canadian. I was contacted by a company in Quebec to do their holiday party, and I don't speak French. So how would I do that properly? The answer is I can do two things. I know a French hypnotist that I can send their way, or I could get an interpreter. It is that simple. So what type of crowd is going to fit your event best, or what type of entertainer is going to fit your crowd best? You have to be aware of that. Now, when you're planning, there's a few mistakes that people have. They choose only on price. You know, you can hire a $75 magician, and they're a $75 magician. Ignoring your audience. Maybe you want something very specific. Maybe you want to hire a DJ, and nobody else wants to listen to the music. Or you could, sorry DJs, you're not going to like this, or you could put an Apple, like a Spotify playlist on your phone, plug it into the sound system that you rent for $30 from Long and McQuaid or Guitar Center, and that's your DJ for the night, because the music, it doesn't affect everybody. Not everybody likes the same type of music you do, and yeah, you have to be aware that a good DJ can do that. Another mistake is booking too late. Booking too late, oftentimes, I'm booked a full year out for holiday parties, often. And what happens is, it happens almost every season. I will get a call in mid-December saying, hey, our holiday party is on December 12th, and it's already December 6th. And they're trying to book 7 days away or 6 days away. It does not work that way. Good entertainers are booked, and they charge appropriate prices, so you have to be aware of that. The other big mistake is picking something that doesn't fit your goal. If you are having a client forward meetings, let's say for a construction company, and you are trying to thank your clients, well, do those clients actually want to see that type of entertainment, or is it just what you think is going to fit best? It's really important to think about that type of thing. What usually works best? Well, you need to fit the audience, you need to support the event goal, you need to work in the room that you're working in. The entertainment has to support that. You got to suit the timing of the event, and you got to create that positive shared experience. Take that into account, and you're going to have a good event. If you don't, that's hard. So keep the decision simple. Just think about the purpose, the people, the space, the tone, and the schedule, and you can plan a great event and have great entertainment. Thank you for your time. My name's Jesse Lewis. I perform comedy hypnosis shows all over Canada these days. And thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'd love to help you with your event. See you next time.